has taken a number of steps this week to make sure the flu does not take the campus over. China Michele tells us how. Since 1887, the Friends of the Cheshire Library have worked hard at keeping the public library's shelves stocked. For over 10 years now, the group has sponsored a book sale, and they have worked hard at keeping it successful. On the roads, Connecticut officials are cracking down on people speeding in work zones. If convicted of endangering workers in these areas, drivers will either gain points on their license or be forced to take driving classes. State officials expect that this will help reduce accidents, improve traffic flow, and more importantly, keep workers safe. In 2011 alone, the Department of Transportation reported that crashes in these areas had increased 200%. President Barack Obama has raised a discussion in the legal world whether or not the third year of law school is necessary. Attorney M. Christine Burt of Burt Law Firm thinks so.
I think employers might be reluctant to hire someone because they're unsure of what they're actually designated as. As I said earlier, what does a junior lawyer do? What are they allowed to do? I think a lot of employers would be leery of that.
These junior lawyers, as President Obama suggested, would be more experienced. In the first 2 years, young people are learning in the classroom. The third year, they'd be better off clerking or practicing in a firm, even if they weren't getting paid that much. The road to law school in the U.S. takes most students 3 years to complete, with the first 2 years covering the basics of law and the third year focusing on a specialized elective.
For me, I believe that third year of law school is necessary for someone to feel comfortable doing the law on their own and to be successful in doing the law on their own.
While students want to feel comfortable in their profession, schools are also considering adding an externship, similar to what President Obama has said. Dean Jennifer Brown feels as though this would be beneficial.
I do think that there is some value to exploring more placements of students in law firms, perhaps in their third year, perhaps as a kind of a bridge from law school into practice, and we'll definitely be looking at that in the coming years.
The possibility of changing the third year would need to be passed by the American Bar Association, which accredits most U.S. law schools. The law program has been around for some time, and some feel as though it could use an update.
I think that law schools are definitely going to have to look at the way things are structured, the way that they make us pay for things, the way that they set up classes, and really make a new change, because the law profession is not the way that it used to be. We're not making six figures when we leave law school. You're not paying $10,000 a year anymore to go to law school. So there definitely has to be some sort of change, and I think that maybe the 2-year program would be something that they at least think about for the future.
President Obama's comments may still be up for debate, but for now, law students will remain working hard during their third year in the library. I'm Michele Herman, Q30 News. The greater New Haven area is no stranger to power outages. Metro North's recent outage has brought up new and old issues.
The last few years have been particularly busy with this, yeah. I mean, we've seen our share, as we saw many years ago. A tornado came through Hamden, and back in the late 80s. That was amazing. There's still actually some debris in the woods down in areas where that tornado hit from that time. So, yeah, these last few years have been exceptionally busy for us.
The chaos that follows these storms leaves residents with no power and a feeling of helplessness.
During the hurricanes, no, we basically just waited it out, and during the blizzards, most definitely not, because we were stuck in our house for 4 days without our street being plowed.
Riley's concerns are not uncommon for this area. While most residents feel as though the town neglects them, the town feels they are doing the best they can.
I hate to say it, we're actually getting better at it. You know, we've learned a lot of things, and you know, it's unfortunate to have had the experience, but it does pay off, and it does. We can see it, you know, from when our storms of a few years back compared to our latest storms. We've learned different technique and different ways to move materials and things to help bring power back quicker.
The town may be doing whatever they can to help residents, but Hamden Mayor Scott Jackson wants more. Mayor Jackson wants to be a part of a $30 million pilot program, which will give funds to towns statewide to help create a network of microgrids. Microgrids are small power generators that link a network of businesses together. In the case of a power outage, the microgrid would turn on and supply those connected with power. Governor Daniel Malloy says These projects will help protect residents and vital public services even when the power goes out, and in doing so allows us to provide critical services during times of emergency. Hamden has applied for 2 microgrids located around Hamden High and Town Hall. I'm Michele Herman, Q30 News. Electronic cigarettes, also known as e-cigs, can be seen on the shelves at any local store. They also can be seen in the hands of minors.
It was really easy for them to get a hold of them.
Jessica Lozier has a 13-year-old brother who has recently started smoking e-cigarettes.
All they would do is just go to like a convenience store and just ask someone, give them money and ask someone to buy them for them.
As of now, minors can walk into stores like these and purchase e-cigarettes. The government is working towards regulations to prevent them from falling into the wrong hands.
The new e-cigarette, which is a nicotine delivery device, is a concern because of underage use and the legality of it. The fact is, it is not regulated in Connecticut and at this point in time.
According to the National Youth Tobacco Survey, more than 1.78 million middle and high school students nationwide have tried e-cigarettes.
Okay, the state senator in Connecticut has proposed that it be regulated exactly as tobacco. And if that does go through, and it is in fact regulated as tobacco on the state level, then that would mean there would be advertisement restrictions in how you advertise. It would also regulate what age, most importantly, what age you would have to be to make the purchase.
For now, those regulations have not been set in place. Getting information about e-cigs online is easy as the click of a mouse. Michele Herman, Q30 News.